we're back with another episode of On the Clock. This week, I have Enzo Addesa joining us. Enzo, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. I'm really excited to chat.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
So, you know what, Enzo? Let's go back to the beginning. How did you get your start in the industry?
Well, in the late 80s, early 90s, I was working various security jobs, and I found loss prevention to be the most rewarding. During university, I worked at Eaton's department stores in their loss prevention. When I graduated from university, I joined their corporate security team. Being a criminology major, security management, there was a direction, there was a mix, there was a link. And before joining the board in 2000, I worked for Sports Check as a regional loss prevention manager.
A huge challenge that we faced in the last year and a half was COVID-19. And so I imagine that working through COVID-19, there's a lot of lessons earned and learned through that. And so I'm curious to hear about what were some of the biggest takeaways that you learned from working through this global health crisis in the last year and a half.
Great question. Yeah, earned for sure would be our school operations, our facilities. They open at 6:30 every morning, our schools, and they close at 11:30 at night. So here comes March 16th, 2020. On that day, we're a full stop. We closed down, and security, instead of being a 7-hour a day response time, became 24/7. And we were 24/7 for probably about 2 months, where we relied on our security to respond to all the alarms, to do patrols. Our buildings were vacant. And it was pretty scary because we weren't sure if we become targets for smash and grabs or a target for vandalism. But our security provider, our mobile security provider, was there for us and supported us. Our vendors that made sure our systems were up and running were also there for us. And it was a great team, and we were lucky to have those great partners that kept us going in that pandemic. Especially the first 2 to 3 months, and then our custodians and schools. We had more staff coming into the buildings after the second month or third month, so that helped. That helped a lot. But relying on the earned would be definitely having a great vendor to help us through it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, with something like COVID-19, it's so hard to probably find those silver linings and those positives, but I think it's phenomenal that you were able to do that.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, we were lucky. We're lucky we had a good team in place and a good partner willing to work with us, being flexible, things that they weren't doing for us before, but they were able to adjust their hours and their operation to make it work for us.
Absolutely. Enzo, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. I really enjoyed chatting with you today, and I wish you all the best moving forward. And I hope that things are a little less busy and challenging for you as you guys get ready for this school year.
For sure. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.